And good morning. It's your friendly neighborhood Tironan, and also known as Jeff Long, for those of you who don't know. I think everybody knows that, but okay. Um, Doing Skies of Albion tonight, and when the recording is done, and we're going to be playing with the P51H. It's already been fully upgraded. Got all the goodies on it, and I thought we'd just take it out for a spin, see how we're doing. We have to do this since we do not have, we're having to spend enormous amounts of time grinding up to additional levels for all the tier 7s that need to go up to tier 8s. So I hope you enjoy this while we do it, but I want to keep giving you all content, obviously. And very important to me that we deliver you the kind of content you want. So your comments are very important to us. Let me know. Alright, so this is a high altitude fighter, and it loves to be high, loves to climb.
A large enemy force is attacking the military base. Proceed with caution.
Now the failing of the aircraft, of course, is the 50 calibers. As far as propeller aircraft is concerned, it is one of the fastest out there. And as you can tell, the machine guns are very short range, but they really do get the job done. The JM4 is no lightweight. It carries quite a few hit points. And, oh, can this fighter get the job done? Where it starts falling down is against the jets, of course, of which there are plenty. Now that JM2 is well outside of his design envelope. He's not supposed to be up this high, and that's why his performance sucked so badly. And the way they do high performance aircraft is the way that they simply reduce the power to the engine until it gets to be crap. Now there are more advanced models out there that they could employ, but part of what makes this game so enjoyable to me is some of the arcade aspects of the game. And to be very clear, there are games out there. Aces High is the one that comes to mind quickly, which is really an aircraft simulator. It is not interested in dumbing down anything. It is very much interested in really getting the flight mechanics correct in all aspects, and it does it. But it does it at the cost of playability, in my humble opinion. Now I am making the decision to stay up high here right now because and you notice the dreaded 109Z has two of them succumbed to me very quickly. Well, come on around and help, since see on my keister doesn't help a whole lot, and I should have stayed up high, and this is exactly why. We now have 3 BF-109Zs that are doing exactly what they love to do, which is get up high, boom and zoom, and then run away. Unfortunately for him, he's not going to have too much success running away. This is a runaway type of aircraft you can run away from. And in a lot of ways, it is the aircraft that is most the nemesis to the boom and zoomers, the big heavy fighters, because it is so quick. You can't really run away from it. You really can't outmaneuver it. And once P51, some of the Mark 14 Spitfire gets on his tail, it's over. You just simply can't get away. And given how
Air supremacy achieved.
the amount of damage I've taken from 109Zs, I'm having a very hard problem having any sympathy for them whatsoever.
Victory is in sight. Keep it up.
And you are seeing the P51 in all its glory, what it does very well.
Victory is ours. We're waiting for your return.
It will absolutely dominate a high altitude space in the absence of jets. Let's talk a little bit about how the aircraft is set up so you can see how I did this. And we'll go over what I actually did. Alright, we killed 7 aircraft, assisted with 1. And that's really about it. Alright, the IL-20 came in, did a lot of damage, and probably won the game for us, by the way. What we got accomplished in this, let's talk about that a little bit. Because I was able to knock out all 3 of the 109Zs various points. In fact, I think most of the kills came against 109Zs and an AM-7. Takes away the Boom and Zoomer's favorite game, right? They cannot control the upper space anymore with this with aircraft like these in the sky. Now, your Nemesis, let's go on and talk strategy before I carry on here. So what this allowed us to do was to absolutely dominate the upper reaches. The Boom and Zoomers couldn't do what they wanted to do anymore. They had to worry about me. And when they tried to attack and then went to dive away, they can't dive away. All right. They don't have a speed advantage. In fact, they are a little bit against it. And aircraft polish is what allows me to do a lot of that. All right, so let's take a look at the airspeed. It's 484 to begin with. When you add 5% to this, you're talking 507. All right, further equipment for this. Things I would like to get for it, probably should get for it. Gyroscopic gun sight is one I would highly recommend. The problem is you're going to have to use some common sense here. The problem you're going to have here is that when this aircraft upgrades, this is not going to follow. All right, so you spent 500,000 silver for a piece of gear that's not going to follow you on very far. Well, if you have other Tier 8s, that's probably not all that big a difference. How long are you going to be with the aircraft? But gyroscopic gun sight and lightweight airframe are the things I would probably get on this aircraft. Just because of when it comes to maneuverability, you're not that good at maneuverability. Don't get me wrong, a lot of the high altitude fighters are not one bit better. I like the old rating system better, by the way, than this one. But you'll get some advantage over the aircraft that you'll have to contend with, and that's always useful. Also on this, because the guns are strung out along the sides, the gyroscopic gun sight actually helps quite a bit. And then we want to talk about pilot skills here. you get the marksman here, and then his next goal here is to get the marksman 2. So you're getting 5% here, and just that what it does is the guns tend to disperse a little bit. They're actually designed that way. It reduces that somewhat, and then helps. And then when you get to marksman 2, you get an additional 5%. And accuracy of firing is going to increase by 10%. And then you add the gun sight, which gives you another 10%. So you altogether, all three of those give you a 10% reduction in dispersion and 20% to accuracy. And 20% in accuracy, folks, is a big deal. All right, it really is. This aircraft, if it's deficient anywhere, is in its firepower. And the reason is that you're getting 1,837, or most of your other aircraft at this range. Take a F2G, and that is a almost 2,500. Let's look at a few other aircraft. I do have a few Tier 8s, so not as many as I should. All right, 21, 24. So you start looking at this, that you need to eke out every bit of your gun power that you possibly can, and that's the way to do it. So that's my recommendations for it. Listen, I do hope that you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Oh, do remember to like the video, and please, I need all the subscribers I can get. We're under review from Google for monetization, which means you may have to put up with a few commercials, but it actually pays me and allows me to do things like buy aircraft and rescue my experience points out of the game and play and pay for some premium so I can review some of that stuff. So all that stuff's important to you and to me, and so your subscriptions and your likes and your views all help with that. Appreciate you so much. You have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.